welcome to our WLUK one-on-one YouTube series with Packers safety Evan Williams. 3-1-1, you guys now sit atop the NFC North after your win over the Bengals on Sunday. What'd you like about the way you played, and what do you think you guys can do better?
Yeah, I think we started with the right energy. Came out the gate just with the necessary juice to, be able to get it done. We were relentless on the defensive side of the ball. Just felt like we were knocking piles back, being, attacking, especially for that whole first half. Definitely think that we can finish a little better, especially during those long drives, that manifested in the second half to just to be able to knock some of those, piles back, to be able to make some of those sure tackles and just ensure that, these other teams aren't getting in the red zone like, the team did yesterday. But no, we feel confident with what we put on tape, and we're just going to keep getting better each week.
I know you guys wanted 43 turnovers this year. You only have 2 so far. Where's the confidence level that those are going to come, and they're going to come in bunches when they do?
Yeah, I feel like really it just starts with, our process. I feel like everybody believes in our process, and I feel like that's the number one thing that, really causes turnovers in the first place, is the belief that, we can get it done and we can get the ball off to these people. And I'll start with saying that, it's definitely okay when we're getting wins. It's more difficult when, you're seeing the L on the scoreboard. It's a little bit more of a focus point than, you walk away with the win. But no, I feel like it's something that you just have to keep focusing on, kind of just focus on the process rather than really focus on the end result. Because, sometimes you just don't get the opportunities, but when they do come, yeah, I feel like we all understand that they come in bunches, and, once the floodgate opens, I feel like everybody on the team really believes that, it'll just go from there. We'll start to take off.
Do you like the way this team in general, just overall, is playing at the quarter-ish pole of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like our play style is really evident on film as far as just, the relentless attitude we want to have. We want to be the, more physical team every time we step on the field, and I feel like, in all 3 phases, we've shown that, especially in our wins, we've been dominant, in that factor. Yeah, and there's definitely, things we look back on and, definitely wish we could have some plays back, I'm sure on both sides of the ball, but we're just trying to stay, process-oriented, keep focusing on getting better each week, and, if we keep doing that, keep having great practices and showing up on Sunday with the right mindset and attitude, good. We all believe that good things will continue to happen.
How much has Micah Parsons made your job easier in the back end?
Enormously. From taking on double teams to, holding tight ends in, to make sure that they are really securing, number 1 off the edge and 52 off the other edge. Just makes it a lot easier on the back end, understanding that you got 4 hungry dudes up front that are, a quarterback is definitely thinking about pre-snap, allows us to just play free, play free and fast and not have to worry about making mistakes just because, those guys up front got your back.
You have the Cardinals coming up this week. You forced a fumble against Kyler last year. You don't see them all the time, but at least you kind of have a little bit of experience with him. Don't know if he's going to play. He didn't last week. Does it help, though, having a little bit of muscle memory, I guess I could say, going up against that team?
It's hard to, carry on or try to, remember all of the things, especially when your game is a year apart. Sure. But, yeah, I feel like once we get into the week, it'll start to feel familiar again. You'll start to remember those route concepts. You'll start to just understand the scheme and what they want to get done as an offense. And, yeah, definitely as a DB, those things start to click in, and you definitely feel a lot more confident in your game, and you're able to just play really fast. So, yeah, it definitely helps, the second time around to, have those first reps and have those repetitions on, everything they did and have that full game plan that you did, in the back of your mind. But it's definitely a different team, than we saw last year. NFL's a tough league to get dubs, and we got to be on our P's and Q's.
There you go. Packers sitting atop the NFC North as of right now. That's Packers safety Evan Williams. Thanks for watching our WLUK Fox 11 YouTube series. Make sure to just go subscribe and like our WLUK Fox 11 YouTube page.